Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I've been trying to find a way to drop my bike a little bit just to make it a little bit more comfortable. Obviously since I'm not super tall. And done some research and I found a company called Kodlin. I reached out to the guys at Kodlin to get some more details about the install and some other specs. And they were super helpful. Responded literally within minutes, not hours. Or days even, to all my questions. So I went ahead and I purchased the lowering kit, and they also have a spring compressor kit as well, which I'll show you in just a minute. But before I do that, I want to quickly show you what the bike looks like right now, stock, with me on it, and also I'll measure the distance from the fender to the rim, just to give you an idea of what it will look like after the install. Alright guys, just to give you an idea, I'm sitting on a stock seat, wearing sneakers, not riding boots, but I'm still able to flat foot the bike, but you know, I'd like to get a little bit more bend to my knees, hence the reason for the kit. Now let's measure the distance from the fender to the rim. Alright, so what we're looking here is about 2.5 inches from the fender to the rim. Alright, so without wasting too much time, let's get this thing installed. Let's remove the seat. Next, let's set the preload to the max, which is 7. Next, I'm going to lift the bike just slightly, or actually I should say support the bike and have the rear tire off the ground just so slightly. Otherwise, if we don't do that and try to remove this, the back of the bike will just drop. Next we're going to loosen and remove this bolt. Next we're going to loosen this bolt right here. It's a little tough to get to, but just take your time. And once that little bolt is loose, then we have to loosen and take out this bolt right here. Right, I have this tiny little ratchet that fits perfectly to get this bolt loose. Alright guys, so the shock is off. Let's take a look quickly at the kit. So what do we get in the kit? And by the way, obviously I have a street bob, so I don't have an external adjusting knob. Alright. And Kodlin has two versions of it. They have the one for the street bob and any basically shocks that have a preload on the shock versus the external one. So there's two different models. So if you do order one, make sure you order the proper model. Oops. Okay. All right, so what do we get are two things basically. We have a bottom spring perch, the new one. This is going to get removed. The new one's going to go in its place. And then the top portion where once we compress it, we'll remove this. This new one goes on. One quick note, the Kodlin one does not come with the bushing, so you have to remove basically a bushing from here and install it in a Kodlin. All right. I'll do it in a minute. And last but not least, I also purchased a compression kit. Basically, this thing came disassembled. I had to assemble it, so I didn't want to waste too much time and get this thing assembled on the video. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You have your bottom plate, the mid plate, and then the top plate. All the bolts and nuts. One quick note, once you put the spring in, there is a little notch here, as well as on the top portion of the shock. You want to make sure you line up both, so obviously once you compress it, it will fit smoothly in and out. All right, so let's get this thing compressed, remove everything, and reinstall the new pieces. Alright guys, so this thing is now compressed and it exposes a tightening nut over here. So go ahead and get something to hold this in place and get a wrench and get this thing off. Alright, everything's off. I just took off the bottom spring perch. You can get rid of it, you don't need it anymore. Use the one that comes with the kit. And get the spring back on. And reassemble everything as it was before. Hey guys, once you compress the spring, make sure, don't forget, like I said, align this notch with the top perch notch. Put a little bit of thread locker, and now we're gonna put the Kodlin piece right on top of it. Okay, and then you want to make sure you align it with this notch right here. Alright guys, so this is a finished product. Like I said, the bottom perch is the new one that comes with the kit, and then the Kodlin piece. Alright, that's the notch I was telling you about before. Make sure it aligns properly. Alright, and when you reassemble, you want to make sure you put this on the lowest setting, which is 1. Alright, and lastly, these are the pieces that you're not going to reuse. The top portion pieces, and then a bar and perch. Alright guys, let's get this shock back in. The install is done. This is what we have post-install. We're looking at about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches from the fender to the rim. So roughly about 1 inch to 1.25 inch drop. All right guys, so yeah, definitely can see the difference. Well, feel the difference, I should say. Yeah, my feet are a lot more relaxed on the ground. And again, like I said, these are sneakers, so there's practically no heel here. And yeah, I'll definitely can feel the difference. And again, it's only about 1.5 inches, but 1.5 inches for someone like me, it makes a lot of difference. Okay. All right, guys. So that was an install of Kodlin Lowering-Kit. As you saw, the install is pretty straightforward. Just follow the directions and you'll be fine. Again, thanks to the guys at Kodlin for giving me all the details and information that I needed for this install. And hope this video was useful for some of you. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.